today we're doing a 50 can death race.
Gaslands is a tabletop skirmish game that uses Hot Wheels.
Yes,
It's the most affordable war game you will ever get into.
And it is a substantial game. I really enjoy it. I'm just now learning. This is probably my second game.
We met last week and played a full game, and then we said, hey, let's make a video.
It's a blast. I can't understate how fun it is, and honestly, how awesome it is to be able to find old Hot Wheels around the house and just kit them out with machine guns and bombs and rockets and.
So if you think of Mad Max Fury Road, plus Hot Wheels, plus dice.
Yeah, plus Deathrace.
Plus Deathrace.
Yeah.
It's a win.
Yeah.
So the way it works is we set up the table with a starting gate, some other gates that you have to move through, and a finish gate. So in a death race, we got to loop around in a figure eight around the table.
You move with these cool movement templates. They have gears on them, basically, that correspond with what gear you're in. It allows you to do different maneuvers. They also have some symbols, whether you can either, basically if they're kind of mundane maneuvers, you can get a free shift, or if they're difficult or taxing maneuvers, you get hazards. Yeah. So if you're going too fast and you want to turn quickly, you're going to take some hazards.
And hazards are bad. You get 6 hazards and you wipe out. You're driving out of control. You lose control of your vehicle.
Yeah, you skid out. Basically, what happens is your opponent would get to face your vehicle in any position that they would choose. Could be right head onto your own vehicle if they want.
Skid dice here. I got mine off of Etsy from Thomas Wynn Studios. Is that where you got your templates?
Yeah, I got mine. Yep.
Okay, Thomas Wynn off of Etsy. Free plug. So the spin dice have 3 sides that are shift, and those are good. That will allow you to either shift up, shift down, or cancel hazards. Either hazards that are on the dice or hazards that you've already accumulated. You have the spin that allows you at the end of your movement, so you'll place your movement template here in front and then move your vehicle. And if you spin, you can spin up to 90 degrees, kind of center pivot here. So you get to reposition. There's one called slide, which you place a slide template on the end. There will be a notch in the movement template. And
sometimes it's in the front, or if it's a turn, sometimes it's along the side, kind of like as if you're sliding out, like fishtailing out.
So then you'd place your truck at the end of the slide template. If you get a slide and a spin, you can really do some funky maneuvers to get yourself positioned. And the last one on your dice is just the hazard, and that's the worst one you want to hold.
Sounds like a decent little introduction.
All right, so we keep track of our individual cards on player boards. This one here was given to me. I'm not sure who made it, but it keeps track of what gear you're in, how much ammo you have, and how much health you have in your vehicle, or what's known as hull points.
Yeah. Also, all of your upgrades, in the book, it gives you the rules to basically do anything you want with your vehicles. There are different sponsors that give you different upgrades as well. And so you keep track of it on your dashboard, your point values. It is a balanced game, I'd say. I mean, as long as both players are at the same can level, it seems pretty balanced. I'm sure that there's some geniuses out there that could figure out some builds that are maybe a little cheesy, but I haven't been able to figure them out yet.
That's the goal.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So the standard game is 50 cans. A lot of these war games have that point system to build your squad, and for this it's 50 cans. So a buggy car like this would run 5 cans. A regular car runs 12, and a monster truck runs 25 cans. The bus
was 30. Yeah.
So,
and then war rig, I think, is 45.
Yeah, so that's the
semi-truck, yeah.
So you get to hold a lot of people on that. So.
Yeah, I believe that you can equip like 8 guns to a semi. I think it is. It's something ridiculous.
All the vehicles will have build slots. So like a car like this would have 2 build slots. So this one here has an explosive ram and then armor. This guy here had mortar and machine guns.
The book has it's a single page, and it shows you all of your vehicle options and their stats, and then all of your weapon upgrades. Their range, how many build slots it takes up, and how much ammo you get with each weapon. Which is important because typically the max ammo is 3, which means you can only shoot it 3 times.
Better make them count.
Yeah, better make them count. Let's talk about turret mounting. Do you think that turret mounting is worth paying triple points? So in the attack step, basically you get to fire your weapons. You assign your crew members to the weapons, and then you fire them. Now, you declare whether your weapons are facing out of the front, out of the back, or out of the sides. Or you can pay triple points for your weapon, and it has a 360 firing arc. What do you think?
Early on, I thought that was the way to go.
Yeah.
But if you take something like a machine gun, it only costs 2 cans.
So it's 6 points.
6 points, but you're only rolling 2 dice.
Yeah. It's not that great, but it's double distance, so I mean, you're
so it's a lot farther than being able to just shoot a handgun.
pistol, yeah.
You know, and you get 1 extra dice from your pistol. So to make it worth it, you'd almost have to go to a heavy machine gun, and
Well,
take
you're talking
12 points total. That's a whole nother vehicle.
Yeah.
So early on, I thought that would be the way to go, but more I think about it, it'd be a hard sell to get me to take a turret. I would probably rather have side mounted, because that gives you the widest arc being side mounted.
Yeah, side mounted definitely gives you an advantage as far as options of firing. Now, I bet you that you could play around with some of the perks to make a turret maybe seem more viable. I remember reading one that said that every time you do damage to somebody, you get to remove a hazard. And I was thinking if you did that with a turret-mounted weapon, it might be worth it, just because you could be removing hazards every time, almost. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. I thought the exact same thing. In fact, my first probably 3 or 4 models that I made for it all had turret-mounted weapons, because I just assumed that it would be better. But I don't think so anymore. I honestly think that I'm gonna stick with side-mounted weapons now, or just drop them, or drop weapons.
Gonna take some more strategy to definitely think this through.
Yeah.
All right, let's get playing.
Yeah, let's do it.
So here we have the starting gate for our death race. The vehicles will race out from that point to this starting, or this gate number 1 here. Gate number 1 is where the guns will activate. The vehicles will then travel to gate number 2 here. After gate number 2, they'll turn and head towards the final gate for the victory right there. And that's the end of our death race. All right, so the 3 vehicles for my squad here is, I have a monster truck that's heavy class with handling of 3. Its weapons are a machine gun and mortar. Nothing else special on that one. Next, I'm running 2 buggies. This first little buggy here has explosive grenades and extra armor. And finally, this guy here is another buggy. He has a machine gun. So everybody's running pretty bare on this setup here. There's guys there hanging out. Want some death and destruction.
All right, so I've got the murder bus here. It is a bus. It's heavyweight. We'll have 8 crew members, 2 handling. It's armed with rockets front facing. It has a box of Molotovs and a box of grenades, and it has boarding party, which will allow him to ignore being distracted during the attack step. And then I also have a buggy with front facing rockets, oil slick, and a side facing machine gun for my 50 cans.
We're rolling off for pole position.
Got my lucky dice today.
Ready?
Yep. Oh! let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and start off. I'll put my murder bus out. Just right on this side here.
Okay. I'll do the
Explosive ram.
explosive ram right up front.
My rocket buggy will go up then.
Other buggy will go right behind yours. I probably should have swapped those two. No hot start or anything this time?
Nope, not this time.
All right.
Let's do this. I will go ahead and I'm gonna first, just to try and not get hit by your big scary monster truck right away, do a medium straight up. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this just because it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go straight up. I'm gonna shift up to second gear for free and then cancel the hazard. And then I will shift up to third gear and cancel that hazard and take a hazard. So I'm gonna go up to third gear and cancel, or sorry, and take one hazard.
I'll follow right behind here. So I will cancel the hazard off the shift. And then shift, cancel the hazard, take a hazard from a spin.
Don't really want to go this way because the gate is the other way. But I have a scary heavyweight vehicle on my back. I might be able to take it, but no, I can't. Because I probably clipped the back of my vehicle. Is that allowed to be pre-measured?
What's that?
Like if I can measure to see if I take the slide, if I'm gonna wreck?
Probably not.
All right. I'm gonna push it and just, okay. I'm gonna shift for free up to second gear and then cancel, take the hazard and then cancel the spin. No, I'm gonna keep the spin. I'll cancel the hazard for the shift and then take a hazard for the spin and keep it. So I'm gonna go up to there and then I'm gonna spin at the center. So I went up a hazard and I'm in second gear.
We've been playing Gaslands for a total of a week now.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Medium here with the monster truck. And I give the handling of 3, I believe. Okay. Rutherford gives me a re-roll, so 3 shifts there.
It's, yeah.
So I'm gonna take my shift, cancel the hazard, take a shift, cancel the hazard.
Okay.
Okay. Let's.
Is that collision?
My wheels moved you.
Okay,
And I
yeah.
dropped in, so.
Yeah.
And I did not hit myself there. So that's a bump, that's not, so we
That's I'm in third gear. That's a rear end.
Okay, and this is our first time playing with the monster truck, so we're gonna be referencing rules here.
Yeah.
We figure this out as we go.
Ignore obstructions. Okay, so basically you can run right over me, but it kind of, your ending movement was right there anyway. So if you had more, or if you could go again right now, you could run right over me. And big tires, you ignore rough terrain, which that doesn't matter. Do you have a ram or anything?
I have no rams right there.
So we would both get 2 cautions for the collision still.
Okay.
And then, so I'm up to 3 on the buggy. I'm lightweight and you're heavyweight, so you get +4 attack dice, I think.
And I jumped up to third gear there. But I don't. So it'd be 3 dice for third gear?
Yeah,
And
and
then-
then minus my gear of 3, so you get -3 because it's a,
Because we're
you're
rear
in
end.
the, because we're
So the movement speed doesn't get anything, and I just get the 4 dice for the collision because I'm large versus you small.
Yeah, let me just double check that. Yeah, you're 2 classes heavier, so you have +4 attack dice, yes, and I will try and to evade. Ooh, 2
Hit
hits.
with 2 hits.
All right, I'm in third gear, so my evades. Oh, roll the 6, so we take 1 damage.
So you just 1 damage. home plate's marked back here.
Yeah, he's the extra car.
Okay.
So you're not shifting or anything with
Yes, I'm into shift.
it? We need to get this little guy out of the way of this big guy. I'm gonna take a turn here. And I will roll my 4 dice. Getting a slide, spin, hazard, shift. Really terrible roll. I will take a hazard and okay, got spin, slide, shift, shift with a hazard for a reroll. I am going to use a shift to cancel the slide. I will use a shift to cancel the spin and stay in 3rd gear.
So your buggy's behind the crates.
My buggy here will take he's in 3rd gear, and he is going to go a medium straight ahead. I'll keep the slide, which will probably cause a collision.
Yeah, I would say.
Okay. I will cancel this. Miyazaki rolls. I'll keep the spin, I'll keep the slide, and then I'll cancel the 2 hazards from that, and I'll stay in 3rd gear. Okay?
Go ahead and get the slide,
Slide template.
and I'll just I'll mark it right here and you stick it underneath.
Okay. Slide goes there.
In turn 1, we came out of the gate with the pawn here, taking a slide that slid him right into his buggy. The exploding ram fired. Now, I kind of wanted to save the exploding ram for his bus, since his bus had so many hull points, so I really wanted to take a big hit, but when I saw the opportunity there, might as well take it. Did a lot of damage, added a lot of stress, a lot of hazards to his little buggy, and had that thing out of commission before it even made the first gate.
So it gives me, both of us 2 hazards for the collision. Because I don't think that the explosive ram I think it's only the ram that gives you the perk to ignore
Your own damage.
the hazards. But I am up to 5 hazards already with the buggy.
That's is a 66.
Okay. And then T-boning you, I was in 3rd.
I'm gonna evade. So we just, for T-boning, it's just your gear. So you have 3 attack dice plus 6, so 9.
9 total dice.
Yep. No 6s. That's pretty good.
I rolled lots of 1s on this.
Yeah. Let me get my.
So that would be 3 hits there.
All right, I'm in trouble. Very first gear phase, and I squeak by some barrels. Heavy obstruction. I'm feeling good, and then in comes the exploding ram pawn, pulls a slide maneuver, and is able to get that front facing, on my side facing, for a T-bone with an exploding ram. Took me down 6 hull points. No, I'm sorry, took me down 4 hull points of my 6. And I put up to 4 hazards after the first gear phase. Not looking too hot for Mr. Rocket Buggy here. My activation next, I really would like to be able to take this path over here, and I might be able to collide with that little buggy with my heavyweight bus. But then I would, yeah, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and just run over the buggy. I will take a gentle turn. He's in 2nd gear. And I will take a gentle turn. All right, this is the very next gear phase, and I have an opportunity here to really do some damage. I'm gonna go ahead and activate my bus, which is a heavyweight vehicle first, and I will be able to collide with his exploding ram pawn that has almost taken out my buggy. He's stuck, and basically T-boned with my buggy, and I'm gonna be able to get right over him and do some big damage. Maybe you should have turned a little more. All right, I will roll my whopping 2 dice.
Ooh.
I will push it for a hazard, so I'm going to take a hazard here for pushing it. Okay, shift and a slide. So I'm taking a hazard for pushing it. I'm going to cancel that. Go ahead and go up. Sorry. The wheels didn't clip, it was my hand that hit it. Go up to the wheels there, which puts me right behind. Okay, so I get a free shift, but I'm gonna take a hazard for shifting still. So I'm at 2 hazards, and I'll be up at 3rd gear.
All right. Oops, tripped over my old. Okay.
Be heavyweight on heavyweight.
I think it's going to be heavyweight on heavyweight because if I turn in,
You hit your own car.
hit my own car, we're already in contact with those two, so I can't power through. I'm in 3rd gear, so I can't back up on him. So that would have been my next thing, is to back pawn up here and have him come around, but that's not gonna work. So I'm actually going to go with a gentle. He's in 3rd gear. So it's a clean maneuver on me, and see if I clip you here as I come around this way.
I think it should be all right.
Nope. Looks like we're clear from each other. Okay. I gotta get in the habit of rolling dice first.
That's all right. Got 3 dice.
And shift, shift, spin.
That's a pretty good roll. I would take that.
Re-roll that.
Oh, because you get 2
Slide.
for free. You don't want to slide. Or do you?
I know. Because that would place me over here. I know I
You
don't
could
want
either
to
face
slide.
that way or that way then.
Yeah, I don't think I want to slide. So I'll cancel the slide here, and then I will use this shift to get rid of a hazard. So he now has
So you're
one
going to
hazard.
stay in 3rd gear? Or
Stay
you-
in 3rd gear.
You're in 3rd gear, okay.
Yep. And then the little guy over here will do another short.
Be smart.
Yep.
I'm not very good at being smart.
So we'll throw some dice here. I'll keep that roll. 3 shifts and a hazard. That'll cancel this hazard. I'll second gear. I'll shift and then cancel the hazard. So I'll put him in 3rd gear.
Then you wash on hazards.
I wash on hazards. So all of mine are in 3rd gear now. And now we're in 3rd gear phase.
3rd gear phase.
Okay.
I am going to start by getting my very wounded buggy out front, further down. I'm hoping he can at least fire a couple of his rockets before he's dead.
Hope not.
He's in 3rd gear, and he is going to take a gentle. I said it, so I have to do it.
No, you haven't touched it yet.
Well, I did now.
You had to have the touch it, you take it rule.
See, spinning isn't bad, but it doesn't matter because when you wipe out, your opponent gets to turn your face. So I'm
you
gonna
don't
go ahead
wipe
and-
out until the very end, so you could.
Yeah,
hope
I'm gonna
for-
have to push it to get my 6th hazard and just hope for all shifts, and then I could cancel.
Right.
Ooh, 2 more shifts and a slide. I'm gonna cancel the slide. Okay, and then I pushed it, so I took a hazard. I'm gonna cancel that hazard.
And you have 1 more shift.
I'm going to go up to here, and I am gonna have to stay in 3rd gear, I guess,
Yeah.
and just be at 5. hazards. Yeah, that kind of stinks, but I'm gonna
Not unless you want to face the wrong direction.
yeah, I'm gonna stay at 5 hazards and be in 3rd gear.
Monster truck will move. He has a max gear of 4, and he's currently in 3rd gear. He's in pretty good position here, so he will take a gentle. Kind of line himself up. So he rolls his 3 handling dice. 3 shifts.
Wow.
So
why can't I do that?
You get the white dice, I'll take these dice. So I shift up to 4th, cancel the hazard, and then remove an additional hazard.
So is 4th gear your maximum gear on the
4th
monster
gear is
truck?
max gear.
Okay, so I'm not too far off with the buggy being out in the 3rd gear phase.
Okay. So he's in 4th gear and he has no hazards.
All right, now I'm going to do everything I can to run into your buggy with my van. So I'm probably
right.
going to take...
Which will cause my buggy to wipe out because he's at 5 hazards.
Yeah, and I'm heavyweight on lightweight.
Right.
So I am going to, I think I'm going to take a swerve. I'm pretty sure a swerve will make me cause a collision. And if I'm lucky enough, it'll be head on. Maybe, we'll see.
Head on to head on.
So I'm going to pick this up just to illustrate where the path is. And so with a swerve, are we on? We're good. Okay.
We're good.
With a swerve, it will stop right there, cause a head-on collision. I am heavyweight, this is lightweight, which is going to give me 4 attack dice. And he is in 3rd gear, which gives him 3 more attack dice. So that is 7 attack dice. And plus your gear. What gear? Because it's head on. You
so
add.
I'm in 3rd gear.
Okay, so it's 6 plus 4.
So 10 dice.
So that, yeah, ouch. Nice. I don't have that many dice.
Here, roll mine. They roll mine.
They don't roll as many 6s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. I'm just going to recalculate here. So it's plus 4 dice for being 2 classes heavier, plus 3 dice for my gear, plus 3 dice for his gear.
Oh my gosh.
My.
Okay, see how mine, I roll ones?
So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage.
9 damage, and my evasion,
Yep.
would it be just my
3,
gear?
Yeah, your 3 dice for your gear.
And there's my 2 ones.
And you blow up.
And so how much damage is that?
That's 9 whole points.
9 whole points, and he had the extra armor.
I think that's all of it.
1, 2, oh, that's monster truck. Yep, because that gives him a total of 8, and he goes. So.
On a 6, he explodes. You used your ammo, right?
Yep, ammo's used, so.
Oh.
Nope, doesn't explode. So he just becomes debris.
Yeah. Now in Gaslands, this is kind of weird, but when I'm moving away from an obstacle that I'm already collided with, I will just ignore it. So next turn, I do stop here, but next turn when I move, I'll basically just be able to move right through this, which is an obstacle now.
You served your purpose. That's all I can say about him.
All right, so your activation.
And it's my little buggy in the back. So he'll take a medium. He's in 3rd gear.
Oh, I do take 2 hazards for the collision.
Right.
So I'm up to 3, 4, 5 hazards on my bus.
Okay. I'll roll dice. I need 1 more. This is our first video, so if we screw up anything, it's just because we suck. Gives me 4 shifts.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That Miyazaki rule is so strong.
So I will take my movement here. His
Get
max
rid of
gear is
6.
6. Okay. So I'm currently in 3rd gear. I get a free shift opportunity with the movement. I'll cancel that hazard. So I'm in 4th gear. I'll shift to 5th gear. No, I won't, because I gotta make a curve. I'll just eliminate any
Hazards.
that I have. So I'll get rid of my other
So
hazards.
you're getting out of there fresh and clean back there.
Yep. So no hazards on either guy, and both are in 4th gear.
And we're up to the 4th gear phase now.
Right.
Because your thing is dead before activation.
Right.
So 4th gear phase. And I believe I'm actually done. 'Cause I'm in 3rd gear. So,
Okay, so
you will get a free
both of
activation
mine.
with both of yours.
Okay. So I need to make it through this gate here. So we're coming up on the gates. So there's the gates there. I will take a turn. I'm getting rid of this general sitting here and just do a normal turn. In 4th gear, that's a hazard to take a turn. The templates will tell you what gear you can use that template in. So this is a turn. So I can use it in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th gear. I have the ability to shift in 1st gear. And in 4th gear, it's a hazard because you're at too high speeds making that turn.
It's too much stress on the vehicle.
Whenever I roll a slide, the slide would fit into this notch here, like this. Straight maneuvers, the slide will be at the end. Off of that.
And now you get your little buggy. I am all activated out.
Okay. Little buggy here, he'll have to take a medium forward. See, here's the slide location for the medium buggy, or for the straight maneuvers. Right at the very end. Nice little notch there. So I'll place this down. You don't have to roll your dice if you don't want to, but I'm gonna roll 4 dice here. I will take the slide, and you take a hazard with the slide. I will cancel the hazard from that slide, and I'll stay in 4th gear, and I have no more hazards, so just make that a pro movement here. Just add in the slide here at the end, turning this 90 degrees right there, and he's right behind my fullback.
Yeah. All right, so gear phase 5, 5th gear phase
That's
rather.
for none of us.
Okay, so yeah, we're back to 1, and pole position
Goes to
changes.
me. So now I'm first to activate, and in 4th gear I can't do a hairpin or a hard turn, so I'll just do a normal turn with the truck here. In 4th gear that would be a hazard for making that turn. And the word goes at the base where the vehicle is, okay? Take a hazard for that.
That's 1. You roll 3 dice if you want.
Yeah, because I would like to try to slide so I can make a better loop coming through here.
So use the slide as your friend.
And I got a
You
slide.
perfect roll.
Okay? So what's going to happen is the slide will fit in here. Vehicle travels up, slides out. Now I have a wider berth to come through here. I get a hazard off of that slide.
Okay.
I will cancel that hazard. And then,
You have-
because I made the turn in 4th gear, I get a hazard, but I'll cancel that hazard with that shift dice.
So you wash out on your hazards.
Yep.
So you're still in 4th gear.
Still in 4th gear.
Looking pretty. All
And
right.
I'm trying to get in your way a little bit.
Yeah. And you did that pretty
And
well.
getting out of the way of my buggy.
I'm gonna go ahead and, just for fear that I might hit myself with my big murder bus back there, I'm gonna go ahead and move my buggy out of the way. We're actually gonna take a veer to get out of the way of the monster truck. In 3rd gear, this is neutral. It doesn't give me a shift or give me a hazard, but I will roll my 4 shift dice for my handling value of 4. Wow. I'm gonna stay in third gear, be safe, just cancel both of those and not shift, so I'll remain in third gear. And I end up right there. In third gear and still on 5 hazards.
All right. My little buggy is going to want to scoop up for the lead here. He's in 4th gear. If anything, I'll shift down. So I'll go ahead and just take the hazard and shift down 1 to 3rd gear. Being in gear phase 1, I need to be able to make that corner a little tighter.
Yeah.
Okay? So there he is. And I just took the hazard.
Okay. So what's the status of it? It's how many hazards? Just one?
One.
Just one, okay.
So Monster Truck has 0 and Death Buggy has 1 hazard.
And I'm at 5 hazards on each of my vehicles. So I'm about to lose control. I need to take a decent turn here to keep from going off the board. I'm in 3rd gear. Okay, so in 3rd gear, I will roll my big whopping 2 handling shift dice.
Where Andrew is a master of the attack dice.
Really horrible at the skid dice. So I am definitely going to wipe out, without a doubt. Because even if my only chance is to push it and roll 2 shifts.
And the edge of the table is not a cliff. The edge of the table is
a wall. Oh, yeah, look at that. 2 hazards. Okay, so I will be at 7 hazards. We'll wipe out. Now we're gonna have to do resolve a wipeout check, which is a single dice roll, where I have to roll my gear or higher in order to be safe. Is that right? So if I roll a 3, 4, 5, or 6, I'll be okay.
right. Oh.
All right, so I wipe out, which actually is kind of cool. I get free movement.
So you get
I get
a
to move,
short.
I believe it's a medium straight.
Oh, it's a medium. But which would probably make you collide with the wall.
All right, so my bus did its job. It did destroy the buggy. In the process, also gained 2 hazards for the collision and wiped out, because I'm not a very good driver yet. I'm still learning. Wiped out, went medium straight, collided into another wall. Did 2 points of damage for the wipeout. And now I'm stuck against the wall, and my opponent can now face my vehicle in any way he wants. We'll see what happens. Cause another collision, because I will hit the imaginary wall right there. So that gives me 2 more hazards, which it really doesn't matter because this is the wipeout step. And at the end of the wipeout step, you clear your hazards. Okay, so basically, the wall is considered heavyweight, and I am considered heavyweight. So we're going to resolve that attack now. And when you collide with a wall or a heavyweight obstacle, it's always considered a head-on collision at gear 0. So my gear is 3 still, because I haven't been able to resolve to gear 0 or to go down to gear 1 yet. So 3 plus 0 is 3 attack dice, heavyweight versus heavyweight, so it's a wash. So it's basically you get to roll 3 attack dice against me. And I will try to evade, because I do get an evade on that.
1 6 and 1 hit, so total 6s are double damage. So that's a total of 3 hits. Now if he rolls 6s on his evades, then he gets to avoid it.
Ooh, not today.
So take
that's
3 hits.
Damage. So that's 5 damage I've taken this turn.
From the wipeout and hitting the wall.
And now, let's see, reduce current gear to 1, remove all hazard tokens from the vehicle. Okay, so basically, I am going to get to, at this point, go down to gear 1, which stinks because I'm not going to be able to activate for the rest of the thing. and then he is going to get to position me in any way he wants to, which I'm sure will be that way.
I'm going to take it easy on you. And I'll just turn you parallel with the wall.
Okay, that's nice.
Because thematically you're hitting the wall at the glance, so you're
Yeah.
going to bounce around on it. So I'll leave you there.
All right, so I took 5 damage there and marked that on my sheet. So,
That's end of it, right?
yep. So
Okay.
we're at gear phase 2 now.
Gear phase 2, I want to take my little buggy and send him on up and have
Fourth
him.
gear still?
He reduced to
Oh.
3rd gear. The monster truck's in 4th.
Okay.
He's still in 3rd. He dropped to 3rd. He will take a normal turn to get through this gate here. And 3rd gear is a non-hazard on the turn. Okay? That's a pretty good position there. I'm just gonna leave him there and let him make a movement.
Yeah.
No rolling dice. Okay? So that's my movement that round.
All right, now my buggy gets to go. My buggy is in 3rd gear still. And he needs to start to get turning, but I am going to select the turn template again. In 3rd gear does not cause a hazard. He gets 4 shift dice. He's got 5 hazards. I really need to not spike this roll down because it's gonna make me wipe out. So I need some shifts to clear these hazards.
Oh, you got him.
There we go. Thank goodness. Okay, so I will not push it because I'm terrible at these rolls. I'm just gonna use this to cancel that. I'll stay in 3rd gear and I'll cancel 2 hazards. So I will go down to 3 hazards and finish my movement like that.
Okay. Now for my monster truck.
Yeah, you're just gonna run right into it.
Yeah. But if I hit you, I'm gonna hit you and shift down. So I'm gonna take a medium, which gives me a free shift off the medium. So I will be shifting down after this collision. Okay? Because I'm just gonna run right over top of you. That's entirely the hit right there.
Yep.
So that's where we're gonna resolve that collision right there.
All
So
right.
side swipe.
Side swipe. That is your gear.
So I'm currently in 4th gear.
What, have you rolled your shift dice yet?
I'm getting ready to.
Okay.
So then I might be shifting down one time. So shift and spin. I will use Miyazaki's re-roll and get a hazard spin and a shift. I should have kept that. Well, I would have been able to resolve the spin anyways. So I will cancel this hazard here, and then I will shift down, which gives me a hazard, and then I'll cancel that hazard here, and I'll gain 2 hazards from a collision.
Okay, so I also gain 2 hazards for colliding, which I probably don't care about because I'm gonna be dead.
Okay? And then, so he goes down to 3rd gear, so he can try to get out of that corner.
So you're gonna get 4 attack dice.
So 3rd gear for
Yeah.
3 dice,
Yep.
and then 4 dice for being 2 classes heavier, because you get 2 dice for every class heavier.
Yeah.
And the buggy is lightweight and the monster truck is heavyweight. So it's 6 dice.
4s to do bad things. Oh, look at all this.
Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
killer.
think, I only missed on 1.
Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's
Yep.
10 damage.
10 damage you're about ready to take on
This
your
is-
little monster truck.
An incredible learning experience about the value of heavyweight vehicles and the squishiness of buggies.
Yeah. which we both brought monster trucks this week and eager to test them out and see how they work.
Yeah. So I mean, even if I roll all 6s, I wouldn't evade enough damage to make me live. So I'm just gonna roll my 1 die, and on a 6, I explode. But I do have 3 ammo.
Oh, you have rockets.
Yeah, I have 3 rockets, so that's gonna add 3 to this dice roll. So on a 3, 4, 5, or 6, I will explode. And of course I roll a 1, all right. So I do not explode. I was really wanted to, so I can maybe do some damage on my way out. And now with his monster truck roll, he actually gets to do his full, he gets to carry out. So he basically just ignores me because I am now terrain. Lightweight terrain.
And I just roll over top of you.
Yep.
You know what this reminds me of? The old monster trucks on TV on Sunday nights. About ready to make that curve right here on 2 wheels as I shoot for that gap.
You know, you can do it. You can take you're just gonna have to hook for a spin, you know, and make that 90 degree turn.
I think I can do it.
I think you
Because
can.
dropping down to 3rd gear, I could be able to do a hairpin now.
All right, so we're at the 3rd gear phase, where I'm activated out because I wiped out with this guy.
So it's just me again?
Yep.
Well, I will do that with the hairpin. The monster truck has 2 hazards on him. So I'll set this hairpin down right here in front. Turn with a hairpin. Oops. Turn with a hairpin in 3rd gear is a hazard. So that should get me faced in the right direction. He has 3 handling. Shift, shift, and a slide. Miyazaki will re-roll the slide. I got a slide. So I'll use a shift to cancel the slide, and it leaves me with a shift left over. So I took a shift, or I took a hazard from the hard hairpin turn, and I'll cancel that hazard with that.
Nice.
So I walked away with no hazards.
Nice.
And got him for the exit there. Buggy. I think the buggy, he is in 3rd gear. And he's going to take a gentle. No, I want to do a turn. I haven't touched it yet, so I'm good. Take a turn. And in 3rd gear, it's neutral, so I don't get a hazard out of it.
Just gonna position this right over here.
Do I get a free shift out of that? No, I don't get a free shift out of that. But be in 3rd gear, I'm going to chuck some dice and attempt to shift up, back to 4th gear. Because a buggy can go to 6th gear, so I could potentially make it really close to that next gate before Andrew has a chance to roll dice again. Miyazaki, is 1 dice re-roll or one just one?
You get 1 free push it
Okay.
per activation, is what the rules say.
You know what? This is what I'll do. I won't re-roll. I'll use this shift to cancel the slide. I'll take a spin at the end.
Okay.
And gain a hazard. And then I'll use this dice to shift up. So I'll gain 2 hazards.
2 hazards. And
When
you
I
get to
complete my
spin.
movement, I want to face right underneath that bridge there.
Oh, you're going for that route. Yeah, going for the shortest route.
Shortest route. So he's in 5th, back to 4th gear
Yep.
for the buggy. And I gain 2 hazards off of that one. So
All right.
he now has 3 hazards.
So it is now the 4th gear phase, and Slime is getting left in the dust.
While Andrew is playing with the walls, Murder Buggy here took a left. He was the one that hung out right at the very end and did some very slow maneuvers and allowed everybody to push ahead, but he had the ability to get to high gear really, really fast. So he sees everybody shifting to the right and there's a lot of congestion, so he goes around the barrels to the left and then guns for up first gate.
Okay. So I rolled 3 shifts and a hazard. I'll use a shift to cancel a hazard. I'll use the free shift here to increase a gear, but I'll cancel that hazard and I'll cancel a 2nd hazard.
Okay.
Okay, so I reduce down to 2 hazards and I move him forward.
So you got your free shift and you cancel the shift. Yeah.
Yep. I canceled the hazard
And then got 2 more.
and he's up in 5th gear now.
Wow.
Okay.
Which means he can use that sweet, sweet, long straight.
So we'll rotate our dice here. This is our gear phase dice down here. We're in the 5th gear phase.
He's in, he shifted down to 3rd.
Yeah.
That's right.
My little buggy here, though, has just cleared the first gate, making weapons hot, and he can go to 6th gear. Some very good dice rolls on my end allows me to jump up to 6th gear really quick. And so while he's sitting back in 3rd gear, I go through the 4th, 5th, and 6th gear phase. So once I get to 5th and 6th gear, I can start using the long template to get maximum movement and clear that second gate and start to get turned around to make a return trip before Andrew even hits that first gate and activates his weapons. And I'm very quickly going to have to reduce speed. So I'll be shifting down in 6th gear here. Which, after we pass through the first gate, the
Weapons are active
weapons are active.
for whoever is past the gate.
So there he is way up there in the corner. Okay. So we'll go ahead and place this down underneath him. Roll the dice.
Fast little buggy.
3 shifts and a spin, and I'll keep them all.
Yep.
So I will shift down, cancel a hazard,
So you're in 5th gear.
shift down,
Take a hazard.
take a hazard.
Okay, so you're at 1. And then spin and take a hazard. So you get 2 hazards.
Yep. So there's my movement, and then my spin
And you're down to 5th gear.
down to 5th gear with 2 hazards at it.
All right. And so now that will bring us back to the first gear phase, and pole position goes to me. My weapons aren't active yet, which is unfortunate because I am in pretty good position, if they were, to shoot my rockets over there. But we'll see. All right, I only have 1 vehicle left, which is the murder bus. All right, so I'm pretty nervous. I am not even through the first gate yet, and my buggy is dead, and my murder bus is he's holding up. He's doing okay. He's already wiped out, and he's taking some damage from that. But his weapons are about to be active. The buggy is way out of range. His murder buggy is in 6th gear and just blowing by everything. The only way that I'm going to be able to catch him is to come back. So my only hope at this point in time is to try and eliminate the monster truck with all my weapons and crew, which I have the ability to do, and then catch his murder buggy before he slides home, because I'm not even going to be able to, by the time I make it to the 2nd gate, he's going to be done with the race. He's just too fast. Your activation.
Okay. Oops. He just moved through there, through this gate.
5th gear still, it's smoking down the track.
Okay. So we got, he's in 5th gear. He's sitting pretty good, but I don't want to take too big of a turn, or I can do a long, but I think a long would be a little too much. Okay, so I'll take a hazard to do the gentle, which that may be a collision. Maybe I should have done.
Maybe not.
All right, so I'm gonna chuck some dice here to hope for a slide.
Yeah, that would be good.
And at 4 hazards, I need to drop some. That's not bad. Reroll. Okay. So I didn't get a slide out of that, but I did get a spin, and I got 3 shifts. So I'm gonna shift down,
4th gear.
cancel a hazard. I'll take the spin and cancel an additional hazard.
Well, the hazard for the spin.
Yeah. See if I collide here. I do not.
Nice.
And I'll take a small repositioning spin. So I reduced 1 gear and 1 hazard.
That is one cool car. All right. So it is the second gear phase now. And I have pole position. All right, so I'm in second gear. I'm gonna take a medium straight. I'm gonna stay behind this big giant monster truck. Hopefully, my goal is to light it up with my rockets as soon as I pass the gate here and just stay right behind him. Soften him up a little bit and then ram into him. I'm not too worried about the other buggy just because I can kill him in one smash attack. And it's
If you can catch me.
It's a figure 8 race though, so we're gonna be coming back around. I mean, you're gonna be coming back through. I'm an optimist. I'll stay hopeful. So I'm horribly behind. So medium straight, it gives me a free shift, and I will take my 2 shift dice. Gives me 2 shifts. That's perfect. I will go ahead and move up. And then I will shift up with my free shift to 3rd and then cancel that hazard. And then I will remove my 1 hazard. So I'm down to 0 hazards and in 3rd gear, which is my max gear, unfortunately.
All right.
When you're coming back around here, I'm gonna be able to like intercept.
Well, the way this is set up is you're most likely going to go this way, and I'm coming back this way.
Yeah.
So I might
But if I have to go out of my way to kill you, I will. I'll try.
All right, so that was your activation. So it's me now,
Yeah, I think that.
because you had pole.
Yeah, and that was my only activation, so
So-
you get both your cars.
All right. So here is my plan. I am in 3rd gear, so I'm good on both vehicles. Got to take a gentle here. A gentle in 3rd gear leaves me pretty good. Okay. Now I'm going to chuck some dice here. My 3 dice. Handling of 3. Shift hazard and a shift. I don't want to shift down because that takes me out of next gear phase, so I want to stay in gear 3. I'll cancel the hazard and reduce a hazard off my shift. I'll take a hazard away. So I'm down to 1 hazard. So my buggy has made it through the 2nd gate. He's ready to return back home. The monster truck has made it through the gate, weapons active. But I forgot to declare at the beginning of the game which way my guns are facing. So he has a mortar and he has machine guns. So by kind of default, I just said, well, if I didn't declare it, we'll just point everything forward. And that didn't do me any good because Andrew's behind me coming through the gate, and he's got rockets and 8 guys with Molotov cocktails, so it's not looking good for the monster truck.
An interesting situation here. We've got your big truck, which is approaching this down bridge on the terrain here. And now the question is do you want to say that if you collide with the top of your vehicle, is it still considered a collision?
That's a collision.
But obviously not the flag, because that's decorative, I would say. Okay.
I would agree with that.
Okay, cool. All right. So you get to do your buggy, which is all the way down.
So Buggy is in 4th gear, so he's just going to take a medium straight since he's lined up there and looking pretty. Okay. I'll roll 4 dice for handling, hoping to get a slide out of this. I gotta slide out of it. So I will take and cancel. I got a 2 shifts, a slide, and a hazard. I'll cancel the hazard with a shift. I'll take a slide, and I'll cancel the hazard gained from that. And I'll remain in my gear.
Okay.
Okay? So I'll get the slide template. I have 3 hazards on this buggy as it stands. So this goes forward, slides, and you position the vehicle right in the middle of the template.
Very well done. The slide template actually gives you an extra about 3 inches of movement, which is pretty substantial in this game. I'm excited. It is the 3rd gear phase. I have pole position, and I am in perfect spot to start using some of my sweet, sweet rockets. I'm going to take, I'm in 3rd gear, which is my max gear. I'm going to take a turn. Yeah, that looks good. I will go ahead and roll my 2 dice. I don't think I have any hazards, and I can't shift 3rd gear is fine. You know what? I'm not going to roll any dice because I have no benefit to rolling any dice. I don't want to slide, and I don't really care about spinning either because it leaves me pretty good.
And you don't have any hazards to get rid of.
Yeah.
And you broke the plane of the...
I did break the plane.
So you get to shoot some rockets.
Now let's see. Now the great thing about the bus is that it has 8 crew members. And I do have grenades and Molotov cocktails. And I am in range. The crew can throw their Molotov cocktails or grenades or pistols medium range to where the rockets will be double range. So obviously in the attack step, what you do is you assign your crew members to the weapons. I am going to need to borrow your dice here. So one crew member is going to fire the rocket launcher. He will fire a rocket at you, which is a 6d6 attack. And then I will have 5 crew members throw their grenades, which leaves 2 more crew members to throw Molotov cocktails. So,
And you'll do that in a burst, right?
yeah, so the blitz rule basically is so if they were just firing their pistols, I would have to resolve each attack separately. So basically he would get to evade each attack. But with the blitz rule, you can do all of those together. So like basically my 5 grenades will all be thrown at once, and my 2 Molotov cocktails will all be thrown at once. So here's the 6d6 attacks for the rockets. Nice, not really. 1. Okay.
But a double hit at least.
Yeah, it is a double hit, so that's 2 damage. So he gets his gear,
Which is 3rd.
3rd gear, for a hit.
Take 2 damage.
Okay, it's 2 damage down.
Monster truck takes his first 2 damage.
Okay, and now we've got the 5 grenades. This could be brutal, this is what I was hoping for. I just need to spike some 6s. Now, grenades have a blast, which basically means that the damage will also give you hazards. I will double check that rule, but pretty sure that's what that means. Oh, well, you're lucky there.
Missed all of them.
Missed all of them. And then 2 for the Molotov cocktail.
I told you, it's those black dice. They
Yeah,
don't roll.
the chess X dice. Okay, 1 with the Molotov cocktail.
Okay.
Oh, and you stopped it. Now, if you would not have stopped that, it would have set you on fire, and you would have lost the whole point every activation until you went down to 0 hazards.
Gotcha.
So that was crucial that you rolled that 6. All right, well that wasn't as productive as I had hoped, but it was still fun nonetheless. It's your activation. sensation. Either
blame it on the excitement of the initial, like, oh, yeah, and just start chucking them everywhere. All right, so third gear phase.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the monster truck is going to activate first, and he's going to swerve.
Yeah, good call.
Okay, here's a swerve. You have a swerve and a veer. In third gear, I'll take no extra hazards for this. Okay. I'll roll my 3 dice, but I will attempt to shift down to second gear.
Yeah, you might as well.
Because I want you in third gear and passing me.
Yeah, you do. I want to stay behind you.
3 shifts.
Oh, beautiful roll.
So I will shift down. I get a, let's see.
No hazard there.
Nope, I don't get anything off of that. So there's my shift. Remove the hazard.
Yep, and then you have 1 free.
And then I remove an extra hazard. So he has 0 hazards on him.
And down to second gear.
And he's down to second gear. And he's here.
That was a perfect maneuver because you're going to go right under that bridge.
Awesome.
All right, now your buggy. Man, I was really.
Now the buggy, he's in 4th gear. So the gentle, I have 3 hazards. I will roll dice. Oh, I should have done that before I moved, but that's all right. I got a hazard in 3 shifts. I'll use the shift to cancel the hazard. I'll stay in my gear and I'll get rid of 2 hazards off my board. So he's down to 1 hazard. There might be a chance that he's going to get past you before you ever have a chance to intercept him.
4th gear phase now? Did I already do this in third?
You did hit first. So you're in 4th gear phase.
So I'm activated out.
So you're at max gear already?
Yeah.
So it's just me at this point. So the truck is maxed out too, because I shifted down to second gear.
Mhm.
So it's back
It's
to
just to-
the buggy again. The buggy's in 4th gear, and he's going to move a medium forward. Okay. He's going to roll some dice, and you don't have to roll all your handling dice. You get to roll whatever you want to. So, but I want to roll. So I want to get a spin out of this, and I get a free shift from here, so I want to get up to 5th gear. Oh, 3 shifts and a hazard again. So the hazard here, I'll re-roll. 4 shifts. And with that, I get a shift up to 5th gear, cancel the hazard. Shift up to 6th gear, cancel the hazard, get rid of the remaining hazard on my board.
So no
he's
more
in 6
hazards,
gears
6th
and
gear.
no hazards. Full speed.
Yeah, I think you're right. You might be able
So,
to.
grab this long over here. I didn't get my shift out of it, or my spin out of it. So there's my movement. We are in gear phase 5. He'll take a long movement there. And I'll roll the dice again, hoping for a spin. Got 2 hazards and 2 shifts. I'll re-roll the 2 hazards. Oh, perfect. 3 shifts and a hazard, or 3 shifts and a spin. I'll take a hazard from the spin. I'll cancel that hazard with a shift, and I'll reduce the last hazard off my board. And I'll stay in 6th gear. So here's my movement. There's my spin. You can spin up to 90 degrees. And that's that. Gear phase 6. I'll take the long again. And now I'm going to roll some dice in the hopes of going down some gears so I can get under control. So I'm going a little too fast. I'll re-roll the slide. I got 4 shifts. So I will shift down, cancel the hazard, shift down, cancel the hazard. At the end of this, I'll be in 4th gear. facing straight ahead.
All right. Whew. It was one of those times I wish I had a side-mounted mortar.
So,
We're back to gear phase 1. So I believe pole position changes.
shifts to me.
I believe so.
So I will go ahead and move with the buggy. And fourth gear we'll do a gentle.
So I
he's
wish I
trying
could
to-
just like automatically shift down 2 gears and go in reverse.
Yeah. So he goes here. Takes him a little bit too much. He's out of control a bit. He's gonna roll these 4 dice here. Gets,
Shift, slide.
you know what?
Slide wouldn't be bad.
I'll take it. I'll take the slide. Put it over there. May not have been my best move. So take hazard off the slide. And I cancel that hazard. I'll shift down to 3rd gear, cancel a hazard. So I'm wash with hazards, and they're in position. But he does have a side mounting face machine gun because I wrote that down. I did declare. But you know what? Now that I slid, I'm not in the line to shoot you. Had I left it alone, I could have shot you.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is my one chance. Basically, if I'm not able to kill you, you'll be able to swing right by me and take the victory. I'm in 3rd gear with the bus. I need to be able to have my 8 crew members throw their remaining.
Yeah, I did not think that through, did I? He even blow up my. And he doesn't have the extra armor on him, so he only has 6 hull.
Yeah, 6 hull. Which is still, I'll need some lucky dice rolls. But I'm gonna take the veer and hope that it keeps me out of way of that and still enough to. Oh no, I don't think I'll still be in range anymore. I'm not gonna take any dice because I don't want to risk it. I'm just gonna go up and really, really hope that I'm still in range. So I do not have range there, and then you know what? What I should have done is rolled for a spin.
Yeah.
And that way I could have rotated 90 degrees.
At least got a rocket off on the big guy.
Yeah. So that will most likely be game, but just for funsies, I wheel the wheel.
Throw it.
I'm gonna try and just redeem myself a little bit by throwing, let's see, we'll do, I threw 2 Molotov cocktails, so we'll throw the remaining 3 Molotov cocktails.
Hit the double hit.
So 3 damage from Molotov cocktails.
And my gear is 2, so 2 dice of defense.
So that's 3 damage. So I threw all 5 of my.
He only has 3 hull points left. That's the thing about the monster trucks, they don't have any extra hull points. So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw 5 dice. Well, no. See, I threw all my grenades, so I don't have any grenades left. I'm actually out of ammo at this point. Other than the two rockets. So I have 2 ammo for the rockets, which I can't use right now. Now, my crew can fire pistols, but it's gonna have to be resolved one at a time. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, so that's 1 damage. You get to roll 2 dice to try and evade. Evade. 2 damage. Okay, so that's
2 more damage.
2 more damage. So how
One
many?
hull left.
1 hull left. I can still do it with my pistols.
Oh, and a double damage. You shot the driver.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, now, if you nope, you're not in medium range. Ooh, and how big is we'll have to check the explosion range for a heavyweight vehicle. Because if it's double range, you could explode and hurt us. And hurt yourself, which would be hilarious. Finally, something happened well for me. The murder bus opened up. He was able to shoot a rocket. They threw 5 grenades and 2 Molotov cocktails. That was all 8 of the crew members fired. Destroyed the monster truck triumphantly, and it did explode, which didn't cause any damage because it actually got an additional medium straight movement, short straight movement, which took it out of the explosion range to hurt anything. I was really close to being able to have it explode and hurt his own buggy on its way back to the home, which would have been completely amazing, but I didn't get that lucky, but I'm just happy that I was able to kill the monster truck. Do you have any ammo?
No ammo.
No ammo, okay.
No, wait a second, I did have mortars.
Is that ammo?
Yeah, that's explosive.
3 ammo?
3, so, and I'm in 2nd gear, so I rolled a 5.
You move a short straight when you erect. So you would go up to there and then you would explode.
Would you take you out of range for everything?
Yeah, that's what, yeah. So it doesn't really matter if you explode right now. So now it's pretty much, can you not wreck yourself and get the gold? Yeah, I think so. You know what? I actually am still in this. Because I did that, you're in what gear?
I'm in 4th gear with no damage.
4th gear, no damage. Okay.
And only 1 hazard.
Okay, but you can't go a full straight.
No.
So I'm actually not out of it yet, since I killed that.
Reduce my gear down to 4th gear so I have a little bit more control because it's getting a little narrow making that shoot into that last gate. I'm looking at the difference between a swerve and a veer. I'll have to go with a swerve here to get me back on track because that has me pointing in the right direction.
Yep.
So I'll take a hazard. So I have 2 hazards. I have a side machine gun.
Yep.
Which has but no line of sight.
I think you might. I would say it's cover with which would make your target 5 instead of 4. But 6s are still what do you call it? Critical hits.
The only way is off the front corner, but that would be angled instead of kind of like a perpendicular.
Well, I don't know. I'll let you be the judge.
I'll call that a no shot.
No shot? Okay.
Yeah, I'll call that a no shot. Because I think you're behind it just enough.
Okay. All right, my turn.
You're gonna whip around real hard and
yeah,
try to shoot me from behind? You got a rocket there.
Yeah, I got 2 rockets left. I guess I'm gonna hairpin turn.
What gear are you in?
I'm in 3rd gear, which is gonna give me a hazard, but I don't have any hazards. And I will roll my dice. 2 dice.
2 dice.
I don't want shift. I want to spin because I still don't think that I'll be in the arc. So push it for a hazard.
You got a slide shift?
I don't, yeah, slide shift. I'm just going to take the hazard. So I'm going to take 2 hazards, cancel that. It's not good enough.
So I'm not in forward range.
Not in forward arc, and we'll see. Medium range, I don't think is.
For throwing?
Nope. All right, so 3rd gear phase.
3rd gear phase. I think it's beneficial that I was able to move first.
Yeah.
This one here.
But you're in 4th gear now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to end it right now. I still have 1 chance to blow you up.
So there's a medium there in front, and that's right there. And that gets me right in line. Let me adjust this. With the goal, there's the end gates, and there's the gold here at the bottom. All right. there's no reason to roll any dice. So I'll just take my forward movement and stop.
All right, this is my last activation, so I need to be really careful. I have one chance to blow him up with a rocket, and if I blow him up with a rocket, I win.
Last man standing.
And if I don't, I lose. So, all right, so it looks like I've got one activation left to catch up to him. I'm through the first gate. I did a hairpin turn last activation. Didn't quite make it to the target. He has gone down to 4th gear, so he can't do the long straight maneuver this time. So I've got one more activation until either A, I blow him up and I win because I'll be the last model left, or B, he will win because he is pointed right at the treasure chest. Okay, hoping for a slide. You know, ideally it would be a slide spin.
Hazard and a 2 hazards.
Yeah, 2 hazards. So,
gotta push it.
2 hazards from last time, so I'm gonna push it. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come in through here. I'm gonna collide with the wall. I do have the special rule that I ignore the distracted or whatever, so I can still shoot, but I am not in range. So
you took 3 hazards.
Yeah, so I take 2 more hazards. So I'm at 5 hazards.
Because you would have canceled
I
that
canceled
hazard
this
there.
one, so I got 1 for pushing it,
And then 2 for collision.
for the collision, and then 1 more for doing a hard turn in 3rd gear. So I actually wipe out as well.
So then you got to roll your wipeout.
Yeah. On a 3, 4, 5, I'm okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm all right. I rolled a 4, so I'm okay.
So don't take any extra damage.
Except you now get to place me.
Why would I need to?
You don't need to.
You are perfectly placed,
Yeah.
nose into a whatever that thing
Into
is.
a wall.
All right.
The name of that model
The
is
murder buggy?
The Hemotrope Reactor.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
And I'll take a medium forward.
Medium straight ought to do the trick.
If it doesn't, I'll hope for a slide at the end.
Yep.
Slide in for a victory.
Medium straight should do the trick.
All right. Medium. There.
Boom.
And we get her.
Good game.
Murder Buggy wins. That's its name now.
Yeah.
Murder Buggy.
Yep. Yeah, that was awesome. I really, really love this model. The guy with his hand sticking out, the whip and.
Well, it's Kingdom Death. All right, so yeah, so the guy has his hands hanging out here, and he's holding a whip made out of skulls. You can see there. There's a head mounted to the front of it, antelope, and there's a guy with a big old bone dagger sticking out. But those are Kingdom Death parts added in to go along with some of the Warhammer that you gave me earlier. So if you want any body parts, I have plenty of those little sprues.
Nice. Yeah. Man, that was a lot of fun.
That was good. That was good.
That was fun.
It was fun.
I learned a lot. I feel like that being my second real game of Gaslands. The weight classes are huge. And when I was first looking at the book and looking at the points for the different vehicles, I was like, oh man, buggies are only 5 points. I'm gonna load up on buggies. And then I was like, oh, a car. My initial thought when looking at it analytically was, well, why not take a buggy with extra armor as opposed to a car, or a performance car? Because a performance car and a buggy have the same handling and max gear stats, and then when you give the buggy the extra armor, they're the same hull points. Yeah, same hull points, and it's cheaper cans, but it's lightweight versus middleweight. And now this game really illustrated how important that is, and now I know why the buggies are so cheap.
Well, that's the same thing. I thought initially that the monster trucks wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah.
Because they only have 10 hull points, and they're 25 points, 25 cans. And I just like, the math doesn't work out on that one. I'm gonna put it on the table and see, and I really like it.
Yeah.
I still think it's a little squishy, so it'll definitely get its extra armor. I didn't have extra armor this time because I had mortar and machine gun, which I never shot the mortar and I never fired the machine gun.
Yeah.
So he's getting extra armor next time.
Yeah, and I'd almost say, you know what I really want to try is trying a monster truck with Hell for Leather, which is the speed perk, which basically allows him to use that long straight and no matter what gear he's in. That would be gnarly, I think, on a monster truck, because you have that rule where you can crush over stuff.
Right.
I like the bus. I think 30 cans is expensive, especially because you only have 2 handling dice. Max here is 3. So literally, even if you're driving it as perfectly as you can only activate half of the time.
Right. Yeah. So that especially when you get something like a buggy. I mean, you were stuck in second gear, and I made it all the way to the second gate before you ever got to go in.
You reached the second gate with that buggy before I reached the first gate.
Yeah.
With my bus.
Yeah.
Which was huge. Now having 16 hull points, being heavyweight, and having 8 crew is huge. Now we saw at the very end how huge that was.
Yeah. But and the thing is, you kind of washed out on dice rolls.
Yeah.
Had you not washed out on dice rolls, there at the very end where you had all those, what was it, not blast, it was...
Yeah, the Molotov cocktails and the grenades.
Because generally you'd throw them one at a time, but they
with
had
the blitz, the blitz rule,
So
which is huge with the bus. Like that's basically the only way I would run a bus. The only reason I took rockets on it was just because it's the way I had it modeled, and I just wanted to stay, WYSIWYG, which is not actually required in the game. I just, as a hobbyist, decided to make that call. But next time I run it, or next time I make a bus, it's going to be bare bones, just a box of grenades, box of Molotovs, and pistols.
Those Molotovs are nasty. If you get hit, you have four hazards on you.
Yeah, well, because you have to. So basically, you can only have 1 fire hazard on you at a time. But if you get hit with a Molotov cocktail and you don't evade it, you're caught on fire, and you lose a hull point every activation until you go down to 0 hazards. So you literally have to either force yourself to wipe out to go down to 0 hazards, or
burn out.
Yeah, roll a bunch of shifts.
Yeah.
I love Molotov.
They will be in my next list, definitely. What I might change up is do Molotovs and extra armor for this guy, because I want to be in close and I want to run over top of you, and then I want to drop fire on you. These guys here, I really liked having this guy. I used him too early, I think. I should have saved him for your big guy.
Thematically, perfect. And a buggy with a rocket on its nose. Literally, he just, that's his sole purpose.
I picked up this little matchbox, this little Hot Wheel here, and he's labeled a pawn. So,
perfect. Yeah.
That's his job. He just goes out and gets destroyed. And my thought was, everyone's going to try to avoid him because he's a suicide mission.
Yeah.
He's coming in, kamikaze, to drop 6 dice on you and take one of your guys out. So they're going to be trying to avoid him. So that's all he has with him. He's not going to have the extra armor next time. And this guy here may be my new favorite.
Yeah.
So I just made those modifications on him today by plucking those that sprue clean and putting some new items on him. So he looks good on the table.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Now, tactically, I want to say I learned a lot from you with playing really aggressive and also having one guy lag behind, because I'm caught up front trying to stay up with your aggressive guys. Well, you got one guy who's just cruising along behind, no hazards or anything, that can bust up to 6 gear with his 4 handling dice and with the Miyazaki rerolls. And then just, man, he did his job beautifully. Definitely MVP of the game.
Believe it or not, thinking about that going into that, I placed him in the very, very front, which I was wanting to do that with this guy, put him at the back and then let him ram somebody. And so it wasn't completely planned.
on my end, but it worked out where he was able to take a couple of gears and see where the debris was going, where everyone was going, go around them, and then bump up to speed really, really fast. So in a race like this, I'll definitely be trying that again.
Yeah, buggies are great for that, for being able to get to the 6th gear. That is just huge. I think that I've underthought or underestimated the value of that game mechanic, the gear phase with the gears, just because you could see, I mean, he literally traversed at least 4 times the ground that I was able to go, just by being able to have 5th and 6th gear available.
And even though a performance car has 6 gears available, the longer length of a performance car would get you 2 or 3 inches across the table further.
I never thought about that.
But it's the tighter turns of having the smaller body, I think, would be more beneficial as we're coming into these gates. To have, you lose that half inch. Now all of a sudden you're not overshooting and have to rely on a slide or a spin.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy comes in a little bit cleaner.
Yeah. I think that our next battle, I would like to try running a monster truck. I actually have brought one. Bring it in the shop here. Maybe do a monster truck, or see. I mean, that'd be weird. I mean, because both heavyweight vehicles, but I would love to run this with the
zombie,
Hell for Leather and the murder tractor.
Oh.
So murder tractor essentially is after you resolve a collision, I could move you anywhere within short, I believe within short range, and place you in any phase. So
Nice.
if I were to hit this, a buggy, I would get to place them anywhere within short range and like basically spin them out.
Nice.
Which, that just right there would be a 35-point vehicle, but I think it'd be worth it.
It would definitely be worth it. There's different game modes. What we just did was a race. You can have a death match where you just kind of hit each other up. There's a kind of a cat and mouse game where the cat is the monster truck and the mice are the
Lightweight
buggies,
vehicles, bikes,
vehicles.
yeah.
And then there's one called a zombie
Yeah.
smash or something like that, where you set a bunch of little zombies out on tables. We were supposed to go up to the big town today, and I was going to look for a tube of zombies.
That'd be awesome.
And litter them on the table so we could run over them with the
I have
monster trucks.
a bunch of cultists that we could use.
There we go.
Zombies.
We
Yeah.
might have to hack in some other board games.
This is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait. I can't wait for the next one.
All right.
Let's do it.
Should we ever tell anybody who we are?
No, maybe let's maybe cut out and we'll do an introduction. Like, hey, I'm Andrew.